According to Mikhail Mishaka, it all began as a trivial hunting incident in the land of Baqlin. The incident evolved into pitched battles before a truce was called by the Maronite Patriarch and the Druze Ayan. This first round of violence erupted on the backdrop of Bashir III being appointed Emir and the return of the exiled Ayan, demanding the restitution of their prerogatives and the major demographic and economic changes in Ottoman Mount Lebanon. To counter the returning Ayan, the Maronite Patriarch issued circulars to Maronite tenants of Druze Ayan, asking them not to heed the administration of the Ayan, to organize themselves into militia-like units and to liaise with their bishops, effectively undermining traditional Druze authority. Given the high tension, clashes erupted again. Maronite and Druze formed bands of militias. Monasteries became center of armed distribution, obtained insider from French agents, and villages were burned and pillaged. Bashir III was deposed in January. Omar Pasha was appointed governor. His preemptive arrest of some Druze leaders caused an uprising. Meanwhile, representatives of European powers in Istanbul had arrived at a new arrangement for Mount Lebanon. The Qa'im Maqamiyya divided Mount Lebanon into two administrative regions, a compromise proposed by Metternich, exacerbating the struggle over the identity of Mount Lebanon. Increasing tensions led to an outbreak of violence. Istanbul dispatched Shakib Effendi to establish order and disarm the inhabitants. His settlement only served to exacerbate rather than resolve the deep crisis. A series of overlapping and complicated conflicts dominated the years that followed. Bread riots and peasant revolts constituted the regional context for the event in Mount Lebanon. The 1860 events can be seen as a commoners' revolt against the Muqataji system, which produced two different types of movement: a social revolt of Christian commoners against Christian overlord in the north, a sectarian civil war between Christian commoners and their Druze overlords in the southern mixed districts. Druze emerged victorious. The mixed districts belonged to them, as thousands of Christian refugees flocked to Beirut. Christians were paralyzed by their defeat and failure to rise as a unified Ta'ifa. Unprotected Christians made appeals to traditional Druze notables who emerged as the only counterweights to communal warfare. The Sultanate viewed the events in Mount Lebanon as a proof of the failure of the Qa'im Maqamiyya. Fuad Pasha was dispatched to deal with the crisis and supervise the restoration of order and security. Nobody wins in civil wars. The loser lose, the winner lose.